Good morning, students. Today our topic is HTML, and this is HTML part 5. And in this lecture, we are going to discuss about some program related to HTML. So let's start. First of all, open a notepad file to write a program in HTML and give a proper name. Name is Praveen, and then one click to open the file. After that, you can write a program here. Since we have already discussed some programs related to HTML, so take one of them, and this program is related to paragraph tag and centering content. So center tag is used in this program to center the content of a paragraph. So paragraph and center tag are both are used in this program. Normally paragraph tag is left alignment. So let us do this. First of all, head start with HTML and then give a proper heading. Title tag is there, and we start program from body tag. Body tag basically contains the parts of the web pages which are shown on a screen. So these are the different tags. Head tag, and we take a title within the head tag, and title is centering content example. So title tag is a part of head tag, and then body tag. Of course, HTML is a root tag, and everything which we write in the within the body tag displayed on screen as a part of the web browser. And there is a paragraph tag used in this program, and it is a container tag, and paragraph contain the data. The text is not in center. But what means when we use a center tag? So within center tag, it means open and close tag, we write a paragraph again, and the content of the paragraph is the text is in the center. So if we want to write a program, or if we write content within a center tag, then this content will appear in center of the web page. So let's check it. Save this file, and then after save as, and give a name to this file because it is a web browser file. First of all, make it all files, category of all files, and then you can choose any destination or location here. By default now it is at the desktop, so just write praveen.html to make it as a HTML file. Note that we already make a Praveen name file as a text file, so there are two files. First is text file and second is a HTML file, and both are located at desktop, same name Praveen, but one is of text file and second is of HTML file. Now let's execute this program. So just minimize it. You can see that this is a file named Praveen, and a symbol of web browser Mozilla Firefox is here. So it is an HTML file. Just double click on it, and we can easily see that the output of this program, one paragraph which is not written in a center within a center tag, is basically displayed normally. left with the left alignment because it is by default, and center second paragraph which is written with the center tag is written display as display in center of the web page. You can easily see that. And of course the title of the web page is also displayed because we give a title here. So now I think it is clear to all of you. That is the use of center text. So whatever you write within the center tag must be displayed in center of the web page. Next is let us take another example, preserve formatting. Basically, preserve formatting, sometimes you want to text to follow the exact format of how it is written in the HTML document. In these cases, you can use the pre-formatted tag, preserve tag. And basically, preserve tag is used to write mathematical formulas or even computer code. So if you want to print computer code or any mathematical formula or any address, then you can use preserve pre-tag, basically refers for preserve formatting. So using preserve tag you can display data as it is you type in your notepad file. So let's do it. You can easily see that tag of the name is preserve tag, PRE, and it is also a container tag. It means any text between the opening tag and the closing tag will be preserve the formatting of source document, PRE. Now let us take an example of it. This is an example of preserve tag. You can easily see that doc type HTML, and then after HTML is a root code, so just make a copy of it because we have already explained this in our previous lecture, but in this we execute this program and see the output of this program. So you can easily see that, and PRE, whatever be written in the PRE tag, within the PRE tag must be displayed as it is, as given on the screen. And here within PRE tag a function is declared, so we can easily see that two different lines are here, and here are some symbols, sign of parenthesis, definition of function here. So it is printed as it is, as given within preserve tag. So the main use of the preserve tag to print as it is the data as you give in HTML code. So just take a copy of it and let us check and what is the output of this following program. You can write this program because to save our time here I just perform copy and paste operation, and this is the output. So let us see, is this the output? First of all, save your program, and because here I perform cut and copy operation on the same file, that's why no need to create another file, and just save it. Then the program is saved as the name of Praveen again, and so just save it, save the file. You can easily see that the name of the file here, and just refresh the file, refresh the web browser file. You can see the output of this program code. Now this is the output, print as it is, as given in preserve tag. So that is the biggest advantage of preserve tag. That's why we use preserve tag in our program code. So I think now you are very aware to know how to use preserve tag. Next our tag is Let us check another tag. So till now you are very much aware of center tag and preserve tag. Center tag basically center align the text document, your text document, and preserve tag print as it is as you type within a source code. Let us do another program of HTML, and this is regarding to the special characters entities in HTML. We have already discussed this concept in our previous lecture. There are some special entities in HTML, and these special entities are not used as it is as in our source code, because these have some special meaning in HTML. For example, less than sign, greater than sign, because as you know that these signs are used in these signs are used to represent tags here. So whenever you want to use this sign reflects the tag identity. So we cannot use this sign as it is, because these tags have some special meaning in HTML. So if you want to use these tags, there are some special mechanisms by which you can actually print these symbols. And example of this is for example, if you want to print less than sign, then you can write ampersand lt and then semicolon sign. And there are two representation. You can print using their entity name or their entity number. So if you able to learn the entity number, then you can directly use that entity number. And if you learn an entity name, then use entity name with ampersand sign. Remember that when you want to use entity number, just write ampersand sign, then after hash symbol, and then entity number. So let us do it again. Let us check what happens when we want to print these special symbols. For example, less than symbol is lt, and special and entity number is 60. And some others are less than, greater than, ampersand, double quote, quotation mark, single quotation marks. These all are the special symbols which are not allowed to use directly in our program. And one and most important special symbol which we asked in our exam many times is as NVSV. And what is NVSV? NVSV means non-breaking space. Sometimes when we want to write anything in a paragraph tag, then web browser take it according um, to its functionality, and sometimes space is given. But if we want that uh, symbols must be printed, or the text must be printed without any space, then we can use NVSP. Ampersand NVSP means non-breaking space. It means within the two words there is no space. These two words either printed as it is in a first line or in second line. It is not possible to print a first word in first line and second word in second line. It means both words can be must be appear at same place. So for this purpose, use NVSP. Now let us take an example of it, non-breaking space, and this is an example of it. So just make a copy of this program, and let's see what is the output of this program code. Copy and then paste it, and this program is saves again the name of Praveen. So overwrite the previous one, and in this you can easily see that there is a number 12 here in paragraph tag, we can easily see that body. An example of this technique appears in the movie. Then 12 ampersand NBSP semicolon sign angry ampersand NBSP semicolon sign man. So no, so there are, so we can see that we can say that 12 angry men will be printed together. Let's see it. Remember that always make a semicolon sign after writing the special symbol representation. In this case, special symbol representation is NVSP. So just save it and then refresh the web page. You can easily see that that is the output 12 angry men. You can easily see that 12 angry men appear at same place. That is the role of NVSP. Non-breaking space example. So it is a non-breaking space example. Rest Singh are all same as letters that are in previous example. HTML head body. Now let us do another example related to this non-breaking space, and NVSP is already done. And you can see the concept of NVSP. Suppose you want to use the phrase 12 angry men. Here you would not want to a browser to split the 12 angry and men across two lines. In cases where you do not want the client browser to break text, you should use a non-breaking space entity, that is ampersand NBSP, and then after semicolon sign, that is a representation, instead of a normal space. For example, when coding is 12 angry men in a paragraph, you should be something similar to the following code that is given in the next slide. So I think now you are able to use this, you use this special symbol, and this is a program related to NVSP which we already execute in this lecture. Now if you want to use the less than sign or greater than sign, for less than sign this symbol is ampersand LT, entity name, and for ampersand it is uh, ampersand sign, then AMP, and then semicolon. And if you want to print double quotes, then just write ampersand and then QUOT and then semicolon sign. So that is the entity name of or double quote sign. So let us do some changes in this program and check whether these are whether we can print this or not. So first of all, just use take a proper space here, and within a paragraph tag you can easily write less than sign, and to use less than sign we have to print ampersand LT and then semicolon. So just write it and check whether it is printed or not. So you can easily see that ampersand LT, and for greater than ampersand GT. So just write it as it is, ampersand LT and then semicolon. And if you write ampersand LT and semicolon, then it will be printed as it is, and after that B. So what happens? B is greater than A will be printed within this paragraph. Next, I think now it is clear to all of it how to print less than sign. So to print a less than sign, ampersand LT semicolon is written at proper place wherever you want to print the less than sign. Let us take another paragraph to print another special symbol, and now we take a special symbol ampersand. To print ampersand, just write ampersand AMP. Ampersand is used to represent other special symbols, and to print ampersand there is a special character set. Just write ampersand and AMP and then after semicolon. So just write it as it is, as I told you. Ampersand is, and just write symbol of ampersand and then AMP and then semicolon sign, and then just close the paragraph. Just close the paragraph, and you can easily see that the output of this. And if you want to print double quotes or single quotes, there are double quotation mark or single quotation mark, or you should use the entity name of these symbols. For double quotation mark it is ampersand QUOT. So to print double quotation mark, just write ampersand QUOT. You can easily write it within a separate paragraph to print this, because here my aim to show you how to print special symbols. Your double quotation mark is ampersand, and then QUOT, and then after semicolon sign. Just close the paragraph again, and then double quotation marks is QOTP. So just if you want to print single quotation mark, then symbol is little bit changed. For single quotation mark it is ampersand, and you can easily see that is APOS apostrophe. Okay. But now here we use entity number. So entity number for this is, you can print by using both entity name and entity number. Here we use entity number to print single quotation mark, to show that entity number also print special characters. And for less than ampersand double quotation marks, you can also use entity number. Here we use for single quotation mark entity number, and entity number for this is ampersand #39. So always remember that to represent entity number, always use ampersand and hash sign both together. Just save it and save the program. Program will be overwritten because we have already saved the program as name Praveen. And just refresh the web page here, and you can easily see that the sign, less than sign, ampersand, double quotation marks, single quotation marks, is everything is printed which we written in within body tag. So now I think you are very much aware to how to print special symbols in HTML. These are special symbols because they have some special meaning in HTML and they cannot be printed as it is as they they are used in English language. So there are some other representation, and there are two basically. We have two different methods using their entity name, and second is using entity number. So in what in whatever you feel comfortable, you can write these symbols in using whether to use the entity name or whether to use an entity number. And one thing should be remembered that when you use the entity name, then ampersand sign is there, and when you want to use the entity number, then ampersand, and then also with that hash sign is also there, and always terminate it with semicolon sign. Now this is the program which we execute just now. Now let us take another example, and this example is related to HR tag, horizontal ruler. So what it actually does in our program, it basically create a horizontal line to separate our programs. HR tag to create a horizontal line, and it is an empty element. So it is an example of empty element. That means nothing is right within HR tag. It means there is only a single, or we can see that open tag only. No close tag is required for to represent a HR tag. So it is a open tag. So you can easily see that there is a program. um, there is a program, and to use HR tag, just write HR and then /. So no close tag is required, just write HR and then /, and it is an open tag. So it may be asking examination that HR tag is an example of open tag and close tag, or how can you represent HR tag. So HR then after / to represent HR tag. So let us execute a program related to HR tag, by which you can easily see the functionality of HR tag here, and here it is a program related to HR tag. Just copy it and paste, perform the paste operation. You can easily see that here HR tag is body tag. Within body tag, within body tag there is a paragraph tag, and after there are two paragraphs, and within these two paragraphs there is a HR tag. So basically HR tag provides a horizontal line to separate these two paragraphs. And let us check it whether it separate both this paragraph or not. So just write it in an HTML program. Here I use same file here, Praveen, name Praveen. So just perform copy and paste operation and then refresh, and we can easily see that there is a line which separate both these paragraphs. So that is the use of paragraph tag, sorry, HR tag. And always remember that HR tag is a open tag, and HR is written with / sign. This is first paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2, and there is a line which separate both these paragraphs, and we can easily see that after the paragraph there is a space, and before paragraph there is also a space. So space is after and before using HR tag. So this is also a very important part of HR tag. HR tag always provide a space before and after the paragraph. Now these are all are the tags which you learn in this lecture. So write all this source code of HTML and print and execute on your computer system. I hope you like this video.